Welcome, parents. This is Mrs. Walton wanting to check in with you, making this how-to video about how to help your student be successful. And this is specifically for the students in Mrs. Walton's 3rd and 4th grade class, and then Mr. Moore's and Miss Davis's 4th grade classes. One thing I pushed out to your student the other day was a schedule to kind of help them manage their time as we do online learning. I showed them that every day we do morning work, then go ahead and take a break. Have them walk around the house, get a snack, get up and move, basically. And then come back and do some math, take another break, and come back and do their reading assignments. And that's pretty much a rough outline of everything that your student will need to complete every day. And they can find those things here on our online learning Google Classroom. Everything your student will need is there. And so let's go take a look at that. This is my online learning Google Classroom for Mrs. Walton. And every day I have something called the both grades and then the date. And both grades is for both my 3rd and 4th grade graders. And then same with Mr. Morris and Miss Davis. They have theirs divided into days as well. Specifically here, they have their morning work and these few things that they need to complete as their morning work. In my class, that morning work that I mentioned is these first 3 things, a morning announcement and a little bit of math. And then from there, they can jump into their math. And in my class, you have their 3rd grade math and your 4th grade math. And all the new content that we're working on is found here, perimeter and fractions. And that is just, if you scroll down just a little bit further, you have 3rd grade perimeter and 4th grade fractions practice levels, and then the real levels that we're working on. Same thing with Mr. Morse and Miss Davis's class. They have the date with their math, the level we're working on for the day, and then the past levels that we've been working on. And to see if your student is completing those levels, you can find that information here in their mastery tracker. In Mr. Morse and Miss Davis's class, it is found right here. In my class for 4th grade, it is here, the fractions mastery tracker, and for 3rd grade is here. And this is what a mastery tracker looks like when you open it. It has all the different levels that we've pushed out to your students, and then it has their 9 number. And that is going to be your best way to figure out if your student is completing their math. You look for your student's 9 number. Let's say this is my student right here. And every time you see a green number, that means that is completed. They've passed it and they have mastered that level. So for this student, it looks like they don't have a score for level 1. They might have tried it, but they did not successfully pass it. So if this was my student, I would see my student needs to complete level 1, level 6, and level 7 because they have completed all of these. So level 1, because level 1 has no number here, and same with level 6 and 7. Neither of those have a number here. So if that was my student, I'd come back to this Google Classroom, scroll down and find, in this case it was 4th grade fractions, I would come and do level 1 and complete that. Each and every day your student's teacher is going to be updating this mastery tracker, so each and every day you can see what your student needs to complete. The other thing that's found here is our reading assignment. And our reading assignment is right here. It says reading assignment for Thursday, and your student knows to go over here to their reading group page. And we've used this in school a lot. And they have the daily instructions here. So if today's Thursday, you take a look, they need to finish an assessment, do their Lexia, and in this case, their running record. And each thing they need to complete for the day, this checklist is right here. And then all the work is found down here. That is the best way for your student to be successful, is right there in that online learning Google Classroom. Another thing I told your student is the do's and do nots of being successful. We told them do not use a calculator. It is not going to help them learn, and it'll just be frustrating for everyone. And we also asked them to not go on websites that we wouldn't use at school. And the best way to see if your student is doing that is to open a new tab of your web browser and check out your student's history. And that is found by these 3 dots right here. You scroll down and go here to history, and you can see all the things that your student has been doing from the time that they have had this Chromebook. And you can see if they are on websites that are approved, or not approved for your standards. And we've also told them don't get frustrated. The best thing that they can do is do everything on the classrooms and try their best, and then to ask for help. And the best way to get help is through our reteaches. Every day, a third grade, myself or Mr. Morse or Miss Davis is going to be holding a video chat. And here's the schedule for that. And each day in these video chats, we're going to be just saying hello and then starting to teach them the new content that we're pushing out. And for fourth grade, it's every day, Monday through Thursday at 11 o'clock and 3 o'clock. And then every Friday at 11. If you're a third grader in Mrs. Walton's class, it's every Tuesday and Thursday at 11. Every day, a teacher will be meeting with your student, especially in fourth grade, and every other day in Mrs. Walton's third grade class. We want to see your students and we want to help them be successful. If you need anything, there's plenty of resources here on our school website, especially if you need any of the community resources. They're found right here, so please check that out. And then we just wanted to say thank you. We really do miss your students and really want them to be successful. If you have any questions, let us know. Once again, the best way to get a hold of us and for your student to get the help they need is through these reteaches every day. Thank you for your time, and hope you have a good